Okay, for now, I will demonstrate how to use variables in programming. And you all know that there are different types of variables, and part of them, some of them are byte, integer, double, short end, long end, float, Boolean variable, and char or character variable. Each of these variables are my mga differences or my unique identity, just like in a byte. A byte is an integer variable, integral variable, wherein mayroon lang siyang minimum of negative 128 to uh, positive 127. So how are we going to use variables? Paano natin ginagamit yung variable in programming? In programming, you need to declare a variable. Okay? So in programming, always remember that before you can use variable, okay, note in programming that you need to declare variable. Okay? Kailangan mo i-declare si variable. How to declare a variable is that the format of declaring variable ganito. Una si data type followed by variable name. Variable name. And then that is variable declaration followed by semicolon. Example, we have byte num equals byte num. Okay. In this example, that is what we call variable declaration. Ayan, num. And take note that this is only a variable declaration. Ibig sabihin, num is only a variable pero walang value si num. Kasi pag i-run natin yan ngayon, error yan si computer because sino si num? Si num is a variable pero you need to set initial value of the after declaration is to assign initial value to a variable. So example, num equals to 0. Big sabihin, after you declare a variable, you need to assign an initial value of the variable. So in this case, num, since na-declare na natin si variable num, you can now assign value to a variable num. So that's why pag mag-compile natin ito, magiging 0 na yung output niya because num now has an initial value of 0. That is variable declaration. Another method is method 2. Method 2 pag-declare ng variable. So itong kanina is method 1, isang declaration variable. How to this is how to use variable. Okay? So there are different methods. Number 1 is declare niya yung variable. Okay? Method 2, mayroon tayong tinatawag na declaration and initialization. Ano ibig sabihin yan? You declare a variable at the same time, you initialize the variable. Okay? Format, data type, mauna, followed by variable name, initial assigned and equals to 0. Equals initial value. Example, Example, yung kanina, byte, ganito. So, instead of two lines, nagiging two lines na yan, gagawin nating one line lang. That is, num1 equals 0. Tawag natin dyan is declaration and initialization. So, let's try. Run that one. Same ang result, but na-lessen yung lines of code because we declare the variable by declaration and initialization. Now, what if ginamit lang natin yan? In that case, ano kaya yung malalabas sa error na to? This will have cause an error because why? Num, that's why mayroong error, cannot find symbol because the variable was not declared. So, the variable here was not declared. Ito yung point niya. Hindi na alam ni memory kung sino si Num. Sino ba yan si Num? So, that's why you need to declare variable regardless of the method na gagamitin mo. So, you need to declare the variable in data type followed by the variable name. Okay? So, that is how to declare a variable. Now, you can declare variable by different data types. Okay? You can also use, remember that there are mga different data types. Okay? Meron mga different data types, di ba? Meron tayong byte, meron tayong int, meron tayong short, meron tayong long, meron tayong boolean, meron tayong char or character variable, meron tayong double variable, meron tayong float variable, data type. Now, each of the variables, you can use that by applying different data types. Now, let's try to explore the how to, regardless of its method, regardless of its data type, the same ang method ang gagamitin mo. Pwede ka gagamit ng method 1 na declaration lang, method 2 na declaration and initialization. So, sa method 1, kailangan mo naman meron siyang two methods. Declaration tapos assign initial value sa variable. So, yun yung nangyari sa previous example natin. So, let's try to explore the integer. The integer and the byte data type, pareho lang sila na integer. However, ang kaibahan lang is that yung byte mayroon lang siyang negative 128 hanggang to maximum value of 127. Pag lampas na gani dira, pwede ka na magamit sa it's either int or short integer. Kasi yung short integer, mag-start yung value niya from negative 32,768 hanggang sa 32,667. And pwede po mag-int ka. The int has a larger value, yung range niya, than the short int. At saka the same with long int. Ganon din yan. Now, ang kaibahan ngayon is yung float data type at saka double data type. Ang kaibahan nito is that pareho silang, the double and float is mayroon silang decimal point. So, example, byte, hindi mo pwede mag-declare ng 1.5 sa byte. It's because byte is an integer. So, therefore, pag sinasabi nating integer, walay decimal places. Okay? So, hopefully you have the idea na on how to declare variables. So, next slide, we will discuss another way to declare some other